Every single NBA player is skilled. Every single player in the NBA is talented, at least in their own way. But then there's Nikola Jokic, who's not just skilled, but is genuinely extraordinary. A player so damn unique, he's reshaped how we think about basketball, especially at the center position. You've heard it all before. 3-time MVP, NBA champion, finals MVP, putting up statistics that we've never seen before, the best big man passer in NBA history. But what makes Jokic special isn't just his accolades, it's the way he does everything genuinely effortlessly. From a statistics standpoint, currently he's averaging 31 points, 13.3 rebounds, 9.8 assists, shooting 56% from the field, 51% from three, and basically shooting 80% from the line on 65 true shooting. Yeah, his stats dropped just a little bit after this past game against the Clippers, but so far he's basically averaging a 30-point triple-double. Yeah, I said that right. A 30-point triple-double. Something Russ hasn't done since the 2017 season. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. It's even better than Russ's season. Like, this is honestly, if he manages to average a triple-double, going to be the greatest triple-double single season for a whole season that's ever been done. That's how good Nikola Jokic been, because it hasn't just been from a statistical standpoint, from the points per game, rebounds, the assists that the most casuals just look at. Efficiently, he's been one of the most efficient players we have ever freaking seen. It's gotten to a point that the other day when I made the OKC video and I was talking about Shea briefly, Shea's averaging 35 and 5. And I'm being honest with you guys, I was looking at 35 and 5 and I was like, I mean, it's great. It's not that cool. And I had to really sit back and think like, no. 35 and 5 is crazy. Just that looking at Nikola Jokic stats, he makes that just look like it's like, okay, that's regular, bro. Like if Nikola Jokic had 35 and 5, we're looking like, okay, he had a pretty good night. It's nothing great or anything for his standards. And that's just crazy that he's making me downplay some of the craziest games people have just because of how good and how dominant he's been. I mean, in the other game versus the Wizards, where they lost, and I'm going to briefly talk about the Nuggets as a unit, where he had 56 points, 15 rebounds, and 8 assists. Insanity, and they lost, where he just went absolutely berserk. And somehow, some way, the GM for the Nuggets have absolutely botched this season for the Nuggets. Even though so far they've managed to stay afloat, the fact that he hasn't built a roster that can definitively help them win a championship is insanity when we're watching, literally, and I'm going to say this, we're watching one of, if not the greatest season we're ever going to see from an NBA player. Yeah, I'm going to say it. Just like this hat you're reading off. I'm going to say it. This is going to be one of the greatest seasons we are ever going to see in our lifetime. He's been that damn good. And what separates him from everybody else, it's not that he's just tall and skilled. It's how his mind works. He's like a chess grandmaster on the court. He's always 2 moves ahead. And don't let his pace fool you, because Nikola Jokic is really slow on the court. Sure, he's not sprinting down the court like Giannis Antetokounmpo or flying above the rim like Ja Morant, but he controls the game in ways that those guys can't. He'll back you down slowly. He'll draw a double team because his passing ability, like I said, he is the greatest passing big we've ever seen, and that is literally selling it short. It really is. Because he makes passes, these no-look passes, these these behind-the-back passes that just doesn't make sense that he's able to do. But he's able to do that because of his massive basketball IQ. And what's crazy, that it's not even his passing that's really been making Nikola Jokic like this monster this season to me. It's been, he has upped his volume in scoring. And somehow, some way, the efficiency hasn't dropped that much. I mean, if we go back to the 23 season where he was ridiculously efficient, but he only was shooting 15 shots a game because that's all he required. And to be honest, that's really Nikola Jokic game. I mean, he says it in post-game conferences. That's really what he likes to do. He likes to set up his teammates. He's fine just shooting 8, 9, 7 shots a game. He doesn't need to shoot a lot of shots. He likes just setting up his other teammates. But because, like I said earlier, because of the poor GM from the Nuggets, now Nikola Jokic, not only is he having to score at the highest rate he's ever had in his entire career, he's doing it ridiculously, not only just efficiently, he's doing it in 39 minutes a game. I mean, look at this rotation tracker right now. The only time Jokic takes a break is the beginning of the second quarter and the beginning of the fourth quarter. And in those minutes, the Nuggets are losing those minutes so bad. Like, looking at these numbers just drives me crazy. When Nikola Jokic is on the floor, the Nuggets have a 126 offensive rating. If you want a reference, the best offensive rating currently in the NBA is the Boston Celtics with a 120.3. Now, here's the kicker. They also have a plus 11 net rating. If you want another reference, the other team with as high of a net rating is the Oklahoma City Thunder with 12.0. So when Nikola Jokic is on the floor for those 39 minutes, basically 40 minutes a game, the Nuggets are as good as the best team in the West. Now, let's look at that difference when Nikola Jokic is off the floor for those little spurts and minutes that he's not. The Nuggets have an offensive rating of 99.3 and a net rating of minus 14. To put that into reference for you, the Wizards have a 104.1 offensive rating and a negative 14.9 net rating. So what that tells you, in that small, just that little bit of time that Nikola Jokic isn't playing, the Nuggets are so bad. They're so bad that they're as bad as the worst team in the NBA, a team that didn't win a game in the entire month of November. Didn't win a game. They're as bad as that Wizards team statistically. Is absolutely ridiculous that that's actually a fact. And I mean, it got proven because Nikola Jokic at the other game, when he played the Wizards, had 56 points, ridiculous stat line, and still lost. And that's partly because of Jamal Murray not being the player he was the past few seasons. Absolutely been trash. Russ has a pretty good season. You got to give Russ his credit. Michael Porter Jr. started off slow, but he's having a pretty good season now. Aaron Gordon's been dealing with some injuries. Peyton Watson's been cool. Christian Brown's been cool. Well, how about Dario Saric? And how about Zeke Naji? Oh, no, don't worry. Those are the two centers that the GM signed, and they're playing no minutes in the rotation because the Nuggets are only running an 8-man rotation because they're not good enough to get minutes because they're that bad. And because of that, Nikola Jokic is forced to play this heavy amount of minutes, the most minutes he's ever played in his entire career in the regular season. Now, because the Nuggets have been that bad. Insanity. Because Nikola Jokic is one of, if not the most unique player we've ever seen, and is having one of the greatest statistical seasons we've ever seen. But because his roster is so bad, it's so bad, they're in a situation now where I don't even know if I look at the Nuggets as genuine championship contenders. I don't think I can look at him. If Jamal Murray's going to play this way, he's the only genuine shot creator on the team. Michael Porter Jr. can give you spurts in minutes where he's really great, but he's not that type of player. He doesn't have the ball handle to create shots for himself or create shots for others. And the only other player is Nikola Jokic, who's have to now take a greater offensive load. And now the Nuggets find themselves in the position that they are. And they only have themselves to blame, while Nikola Jokic is putting up one of the greatest statistical seasons we have freaking ever seen. 30 points, 12 rebounds, and almost 10 assists per game on ridiculous efficiency. And yet the Nuggets can potentially not only be bottom of the West, can almost flame out in the first round of the playoffs because they don't have the roster. And it's sad because this is one of the greatest statistical players, I'm I'm completely messing up. This is one of the greatest players we've ever freaking seen. And the Nuggets are somehow about to blow it. In the peak of his powers. Nikola Jokic isn't just one of the best big men ever. He's one of the best players ever. He controls every possession, basically. He makes his teammates better. The definition of making his teammates better with his passing ability and the gravity he leverages with that. Look at Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown. The skill, the vision, the dominance. It's all there in the film. And statistically, my goodness, I don't think it overstates the impact he does. To me, he's still the best player in the world. And unfortunately, the Nuggets are not that good of a team, especially not like how they were in 23, that they potentially can be selling one of the greatest seasons we have ever seen. Now, with that, let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think that the Nuggets should do going forward to fix this? Because we cannot waste one of the greatest seasons we're ever seeing from a player just be completely wasted because the Nuggets completely botched this past offseason. Let me know what you guys think they should do in the comment section below. And with that, make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit that post notification bell if you want more content like this. Check out these other 2 videos because I'm out. Peace.